Ted Nugent, well known for some of his classic music. I know him better, actually, as a person who crapped his pants for a month straight to get out of go to Vietnam. Had some questions related to COVID lockdowns. In fact, let's take a look.
Dirty, bastard, lying, scam, smoke and mirrors, COVID 19 freaks. I guess I would ask you, because I'm addicted to truth, logic, and common sense, and my common sense meter would demand the answer to why weren't we shut down for COVID 1 through 18? There was a COVID 1 and there was a COVID 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. COVID 1 through 18 didn't shut anything down, but whoa, COVID 19, even though it's 99.8% survivable, why didn't we shut down for the AIDS epidemic or the flu or the Spanish flu or the bird flu or the West Nile flu or influenza every year? They claim 500,000 people have died from COVID 19. Bullshit.
You're kidding, right? I mean, that's hilarious, right? You got us, Ted. Good one. Oh, hey, you're not kidding, right? Oh no. Oh, yeah. So there's a lot in there. Bullshit on the 500,000 Americans who died from COVID-19. No, it's actually not made up. In fact, as of this video right now, and the count continues to climb, even under Biden. Yes. The Center for Disease Control listed more than 562,000 associated deaths in the U.S. That's out of 31 million cases that have been documented in this country so far. So if you do the math on that, that also disproves this other point, because I know math is hard, numbers are hard. 99.8% survivable. That's what he says. Again, the math does not check out. According to the numbers, there's actually a 1.81% fatality rate in the United States as of the current numbers. So now that might not sound like a lot, but understand that's actually, we have a population of about 330 million people, right? About 31 million people have been infected that we know of by COVID-19. And in some cases, the death count's actually been undercounted. And so if you were to have 100 million people that contracted COVID-19, well, that would almost immediately double or triple the deaths that we have. So instead of 500,000, we'd have somewhere around roughly 1.5 million. Again, just keeping with the 1.81%. So, not good. And so if you go by the numbers reported by the Johns Hopkins COVID tracker, if more people were infected, as will be, the death rate will continue to rise. And that's why we have the lockdowns. That's why we have the mask mandates and the push for vaccinations. We're trying to avoid those high numbers of deaths, okay? Now, you also heard that he questioned the shutdowns for the other pandemics. Well, it turns out there was a shutdown related to at least the Spanish flu of 1918. They're actually shutdowns during that period because the virus was incredibly deadly. Deadlier, of course, than COVID-19. And yet, at that time, guess what? There were still people who were pushing against the mask mandates. There were people pushing against the lockdowns, wanted to reopen, pushing conspiracies, anti-science nonsense, vaccine skepticism. But yeah, probably the dumbest part of this, and what really shows how stupid this man is why he asked why we didn't shut down for anything else, COVID 1 through 18. Why 19? Why the 19th appearance of COVID when we've had COVID 18 other times? I mean, why didn't they shut down then, huh? Because this isn't the 19th COVID virus that has hit the United States. This was, the reason they called it COVID-19 is that it was discovered in 2019. There hasn't been 18 years of COVID, okay, or 18 different strains of COVID that has hit the United States, all right? Not only that, but there has been also responses by the government to other pandemics or outbreaks of different diseases, coronaviruses even. The 2003 outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, because COVID-19 is SARS-CoV-19, SARS-CoV-2, sorry, 19. That was also caused by a coronavirus, SARS-CoV, and marked the first pandemic of the 21st century. According to the CDC, the disease did not spread widely in U.S. communities, and though the country did not go on a lockdown, the health agency did issue a number of emergency responses to stop a potential outbreak. Again, thankfully, that did not happen with the original SARS-CoV, but nonetheless, since it spread so quickly here in the United States, the current coronavirus, COVID-19, and its variants, like the UK variant, spread so quickly. That's why we had to actually take some sort of action. Okay? Now, globally, a total of 8,000 people, to compare it to what we're doing right now, 8,000 people worldwide became sick with SARS, 774 of whom died. Only 8 people in the U.S. were laboratory confirmed to have been infected by the virus. Compare that to, of course, the over 500,000 Americans that are dead, and the 31 million Americans that have been infected by the current coronavirus, COVID-19. Now, they also compare it to another virus, and that's the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS. That's also a coronavirus caused by MERS-CoV and was first reported in September of 2012. But only 2 people in the U.S. ever tested positive for that. So obviously, we're not going to have a lockdown over 2 people. But we are going to have lockdowns over millions of people getting infected and hundreds of thousands dying as a result. So the situations really are not comparable, okay? Because again, we haven't had a virus spread so fast and so easily in the modern era in the United States until now. Not to my knowledge, anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, Nugent, just like his pants, is full of nothing but crap. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.